I they just too at home. I ain't bringing it.
Yeah, it's like my
Copy it came in because I didn't want to order nobody favors.
one new everyday thing.
That's good. That's a good everyday piece. That's timeless. A two-tone with the Jubilee? You can't beat that.
They got a black face I want with the diamonds.
Little onyx face.
That shit is fire.
It's a slippery slope. Once you get in, it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's like everything else. You can't just have one pair of Jordans
It ain't even, but
one
like,
low piece.
it's like you get one.
Like a tattoo.
It's like
yeah,
like,
one.
yeah,
Yeah, one
see,
tat. Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like I did that because I ain't never been. I don't give a fuck about watches. All the way 100. Like I've never been like I need a. And then I got this one, and like I said, I got it for free, and it was just like, oh, whatever. It was like, oh, whatever, you know. I'm thinking like, it is what it is. And I was like, man, hold the fuck up. I need like 3 of these. like, hold on, bruh. Like, then you get to seeing other ones. Like now I want a Reverso. I want a motherfucking, like, I just been on some, like, one of my coworkers, he got one of them shits. I was like, oh, and I already knew the story behind it, and then he had one. I was like, oh, bro, I was like, you know the story behind that shit? He was like, yeah, man, actually I do. I'm like, oh, tell it to me then.
Check.
Yeah, you know.
My shit on?
Yes, is it? Speaking to the right corporate?
I might just be deaf because I've been mishearing things all week.
No, I've been changing the.
I want no bills. I hear you. Yeah, no, it's definitely on. I'm just delusional.
Oh, it's Faux Twanky. It's Faux Twanky. Twanky.
Alright, can I do a mic check, please? Everybody speaking to the mic.
Yo.
1 2 1 2.
Mic check.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Are y'all good? Y'all don't need to keep the headphones on, but are y'all good with the headphones sound?
I don't get to engineer today. I'm having a great time. This is
No.
wonderful.
I'll be your engineer. I'm Rice. I'll count you guys down, and then you guys can get started.
Excellent.
Oh, do you need the Wi-Fi information, anybody?
No, I got service actually.
Yeah, we good.
You good?
What's the episode? 45.
Damn, look at that. 45.
I'm only on episode 2 of my podcast. We're still doing the pilots.
We could push that out too, or if that's too early to talk about.
No, you can. I mean, it's shit. I told you ain't shit on me. It's on open book out here in these streets. That's the best way to be.
Go way
We
back.
got Mickey Mouse shit. See, I'm about to get. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to get an Air King and then take it to my nig and have him put the Mickey Mouse face on that bitch.
That's it.
See, that's the right thing. Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna count you guys down, okay?
Perfect. So what we do is we're gonna do a little recap and then we'll punch you in.
Let me know when you're ready for me to start talking.
Yeah, we'll start.
That's how I say the Mickey Mouse is watch talk. What y'all was doing was timepieces. So I ain't
No,
even.
Mickey Mouse
I ain't
is
even want to.
timeless.
There you
That was
go.
my first watch. The crazy shit. That
There
was
you
my
go.
great grandmama gave me. We went to Disney World when I was like 3 years old.
There you go.
I didn't even know what was going on. And
Uh-huh.
I got a leather strap Mickey Mouse, like 24, like kid watch, and it was like gold and shit. That shit was nice.
Right.
I wish I knew where that shit was now.
Yeah, my mom took a trip out there and reminisced about my first time going out there with her and brought one back. Like, yo, so I just wear this shit because every day on some GP shit. Like, yeah.
It's a fact.
Early.
Okay.
Baby.
So in 5, 4, 3, 2.
And Stars Business has been there, rock that episode 45. We are finally back. Flatbush Corner, Prancer, haven't seen you in a while.
Yes.
And Robbie's here,
I'm here.
but Blake isn't here.
Nah.
So
We're always missing one.
yeah, he was
Or two.
He was busy. So Prancer,
What's good, bro?
how are you doing?
Everything, man. I'm out here working, you know what I mean? Doing what I do with my one and done construction. I leveled up. Now I'm in these hospital facilities putting up dispensers
Cha-ching ching.
and you know, whatever it takes to make my ends meet for the 2019. You know, new year, new money. But other than that, yo, happy birthday to Dark Man, Dark Low. You know what I mean? From St. John's, Low Lives, Almighty, double L's all day to my bro. You know what I mean? But other than that, Guns and Polo Contest, man, they got an after work party on
Friend of the
Fridays.
podcast.
Yeah, you were ready. At 216 Malcolm X
Okay.
with Equine Spot.
Cherries.
Cherries Bed-Stuy. They got some good chicken and waffles and all of that straight up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But they got that every Friday. They got it rocking. They got the drinks. They got DJ Kills doing their numbers and stuff like that. So that's I've been laying low and keeping firing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Robbie, I actually know what Robbie was been doing. this whole week?
Listen, so I don't know. In the past, I want to say I'll start with last Friday. I've been up in Boston doing some work. Flew down Friday to New York. Took the train back up Monday. Flew down Tuesday. Flew back up Wednesday, and then drove back down on Friday. So I've been a little all over the place, but none of that matters because Queens, New York won the motherfucking 2019 NBA Slam Dunk Contest.
Okay.
Hamidou Diallo,
Okay.
Left Rack City's finest.
Queens.
Queens got a major win yesterday.
No doubt.
And Brooklyn won the 3-point contest, so shout out to Joe Harris.
That was a whack dunk contest, though.
Oh, come on, he jumped over Shaq, bro.
Nah,
He jumped over Shaq.
He pushed off a Shaq.
Oh, here we go. It's
Pushed
all
off
it's
a Shaq.
no matter what happens, it's gonna be some Queen slam.
But his
So
whole,
I just
his
gotta be
whole
prepared.
forearm was in the rim.
Yeah.
Listen,
My
I
G, that was
think
crazy.
Dennis Smith had the best dunk of the night because he's short and you're a Knicks fan too, so you should know what I'm talking about.
Queens comes first over everything. I'm sorry. The only thing Hamidou did wrong is he jumped over Quavo when Nori was sitting right there. Like, and Kenny Smith is going crazy. It could have been a whole left rack situation, but anyway, I'm not mad at any of it. It was cool. Shit. I don't know. I also ripped another pair of double RLs today. I'm really upset about that. Ooh, I don't know what they're doing with this denim. I don't know if I'm wearing them wrong.
So who you gonna hit up to get those?
I guess gotta hit Stilo again, family of the podcast, but
There you go.
get some what's it?
Burrow
Sashiko burrow stitching.
There you go, all day.
Rax knows about that.
You already
Oh,
know.
I'm name dropping the
It's
guest.
okay.
Yeah,
Somebody
Let's get
always-
into it. John,
That's how we do.
They always do that. They always name drop the guests when they're not supposed to.
All right, how was your week, John?
It was good. I was at New York Fashion Week the whole week.
Oh, the one other thing is, because I was in Boston, I cooked the first night of the White Bronco tour, so shout out to Action, Mayhem, Rock Mars. Jazz wasn't up there, but we were texting about it, so friend of the podcast.
Sure did.
You know, amazing tour. If it comes to your city, you better go check that.
Right.
3 of the best MCs in the world, so.
You already?
But yeah, I was at New York Fashion Week with the beautiful women. I was with my homegirl. She accompanied me for like 2 shows, and then a couple shows I went and I met more beautiful women. Yeah, if you have a chance to actually go out there to actually see it, like it's dope, man.
Nice.
But they only last from 30 minutes to an hour, so it's real short. But when you're there, it's like it's on point. Other than that, I didn't do nothing else. I was just I was out there.
As always.
Sure did.
But before we get into our guest, I have to talk about my man Sir Diggy. He has an album coming out.
No doubt.
His debut album of Ancient Gods from Long Island rapper Sir Diggy is available now. It's a 10-track LP produced by Ice Rocks, Mr. Green, and Stu
Shout out to
Bangers.
Ice Rocks.
Also guest appearances from Terminology, AG the Corner, Rob Markman, and Crime Apple, and more.
Okay.
A lot of friends of the
of
podcast.
the
Yes.
It's available on all major platforms. After this show, we will actually have one of the songs on at the end of this podcast. So check it out, give it a listen.
Sure did.
And if you like it, go purchase it.
Keep pushing.
Peace to Sir Diggy.
No doubt.
So, let's get into our guest. Our guest, he's a complex contributor. He's a hip hop artist. He's known as the stylish stoner.
Did the Googles.
Yes.
A little bit. I
I
do a little
did
bit
the
of here and
Google,
there and
he does a
shit.
lot. He's a stylist.
Nah, man, I'm not doing a bunch of shit. I'm gonna keep it all at 100. I don't even really like the title thing, but you gotta have a title to basically
Right. But listen,
catch that bread.
but Rax, it's not a bad thing.
Nah.
You
but
listen, a jack of all trades. At this time, you
consider
in
myself.
demand.
I consider myself a bit of a renaissance man.
Yeah,
That's
you
what's
in
up.
demand.
You
Because-
seasoned.
Listen, Rax, my whole thing is if one door closes for you,
Oh,
you got another 5, 6
yeah,
other
my
doors.
doors is always, it's something always open for
That's
me.
what's up.
That's how I like to keep it. I like to keep the playing field open at all times.
Okay.
All my receivers need to be eligible.
So as you know, this is it's Rax Hogan.
Hey, what's going on,
Down.
y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all
So-
doing? Thank y'all for having me.
Sure
Yeah,
did.
so-
Appreciate you.
So let the people know how you doing, brother.
I'm chilling. It's a cold ass Sunday here in beautiful, lovely New York City, and shit. I was at the crib.
Right.
I forgot I had to do this shit for real. And I looked at my clock and I was like, man, I got some shit to do at like 4. Then I was like, oh shit, I gotta go to my man because, you my guy and shit. So I was like, let me make sure I get over here. So shit chilling. It's what, February? What's today? The what? The 17th?
17.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, MJ.
Yeah, month almost over. You know, so I'm looking forward to the turn of the first quarter
Right.
into like the spring, summer months.
So there's like hella information about you online.
There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, is it?
We need the superhero origin story though. We gotta take this shit
I'll
back.
never die.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the Wikipedia. Once I get one of those, and I know I made it. Everybody think that they made it. Well,
Oh no, you're on Wikipedia. That's it.
Once you get a Wikipedia, then you like
Right.
you really did something like in culture. I feel like.
Right.
'Cause one of those type of things. But shit, what you want to know? I mean,
So let me
shit,
ask you a question.
what you
Listen, you're a streetwear guy. You know, I'm a fashion guy myself.
I do a little bit of both.
Yeah. What do you think about the whole culture of this streetwear, sneakers, clothes? Like, where do you think it's at right
Oh
now?
man, I think it's in a good place. If you want my honest opinion, like a lot of people have this stigma that if you're into fashion, you can't be in streetwear. Or if you're into streetwear, you have to stay away from fashion. Or like the two can't live in harmony in one place. So I think actually, I'm gonna be honest. I've always been one of those type of people to mix everything, cause it's just I look at style and fashion as just like puzzles. Like each person makes their own puzzle, and it's like their own interpretation of what they see. So like if you take a little bit of sauce here, a little bit of sauce there, if you take some high end with some thrift store, with some H&M, and it look good, who am I to judge you, or who is the next person to really offer their opinion on what's proper or not? So to answer the question directly though, I think it's in a good place. I don't really see any issues. I like the whole dad sneaker wave. I like the whole people bringing athletic wear.
So if Monarchs are comfortable, I just want to put that out there.
I'm not buying a pair of Monarchs. But to each their own, but like, I just like all of the little cool trends that we see here, that sometimes it get annoying. Like, I want those Fila disruptor things to go away.
Well, funny you say that, because last week we were talking to the vice president of Fila.
Right. That's cool.
And about the disruptors.
I mean, well, you know what? My personal opinion of it, saying that I want them to go away, I guess they did their job because I'm talking about the shit.
Sure did.
So at the end of the day, but people like it,
Right.
Just because I don't like the shit, there's a lot of shit I don't like.
Right.
But that's how back in the days the 5411s was.
Yeah.
It was so popular, it was in people rhymes and all of that. You know what I mean? Because it was like a disruptor.
Right.
It was just being on everybody's feet, like, damn, them shits again.
It's cool.
I mean, listen, that shoe,
5411 is way cooler than
Right.
that shoe is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not for everybody.
And I think what's cool, if we're gonna talk about it and just use that as the muse right now. The thing about it is, even though as much as that annoys me, the only thing that I can say that it has over the 5411 in terms of like staying power is that men and women wore it. 5411s, dudes wasn't really on 5411s.
Right.
It was
It's
kind
a
of
woman
known
thing.
that was like a girls
Right.
or women's sneaker. Women look great in them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, that wasn't really something. You had to be like a unique gentleman to pull off the 5411 if you was gonna try that. So like, the only thing that I noticed about the disruptor, when it disrupts my vision when I see it, is that men and women actually wear it.
So do you think that's why it got like sneaker of the year? Because it got sneaker of the year.
Did it?
Yeah.
Where?
It did. No, it did.
On who?
I forgot the thing he showed it to us. Yeah. It got sneaker of the year.
You gotta check your show out.
I'm telling you.
Can you pull up the receipt for that real quick? While we talk about this,
I'll look
'cause
for it while you guys talk about it. But that's what he did tell us.
whoa, that's pretty bold.
I saw it though. I saw it.
I mean, like I said, everyone had it. I'm not gonna sit here in front. And the thing about it is, living in New York City, we get a lot of tourist people, so we get a lot of overseas and global, visitors.
Right.
So like, you would see a lot of foreigners with them on too. Which
But
means
it
that
came
obviously-
good because it was at a low budget, but still feel that big soul effect. Like
That's
how,
what everybody wanted. That's why it was like the competitive.
So it was a win for the people that couldn't afford the
That
high
Balenciaga.
end. There you go.
That Balenciaga.
Done know.
Mhm.
Right.
But even like, I guess, bro, there was other alternatives. You didn't have to buy that shit.
That's
I mean, I ain't hating. Shout out to Fila. I like some of your other stuff. No, they got this other sneaker. It's like running shoe. It look kind of cool.
Right.
I'm just not a Fila guy. I'm
Yes.
not one of them dudes that because that's what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally will buy some shit that people will be looking at me like, well, bro, what the fuck are you doing? They'll be like, well, I liked it, so that's why I paid for this shit. It was my damn money, so you know what I mean. So like, but I don't knock it. My mama love feel the shit.
Okay, so this is on Hypebeast, or Hype whatever it is. I thought it was Hypebeast, Hype.
Hype
Beat
Bay.
Up 2 has been crowned the shit.
Yeah, for Hype Bay.
No,
Yeah.
it's on every site though. Like I was looking it up.
Scroll down. Let me see this.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to other sites. GQ.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
The Feel Like Disruptor 2
Wow.
is a chunky, high fashion shoe for everybody.
There you go. Like I said.
Everybody but Rags.
It fit the pocket.
their own.
Right.
Nah, I mean, like I said, me personally, I'm just like, hell no.
Right.
So did you have a sneaker of the year for last year?
Yeah, what was your sneaker?
Do you have one?
Bro, can I be all the way 100 with like, I don't be looking at shit like and comparing it with like a rankings that I'm on.
Right.
Like motherfuckers was asking me like, I jumped on a panel for work. And we was talking about like, what is it, the Oscars? That's the movie one, right?
Yeah.
The Oscars.
Yeah.
And like, I only knew what I saw.
Right.
But they was like, well, what did you think about this when you saw it? And I'm like, bro, I wasn't really even thinking about that shit getting an award. So let me think. Last year, what came out last year? Because last year was a blur to me. I was doing so much shit. What came out last year? I'm trying to think. 2018? So what, Sean shit dropped 2018. What else came out?
Yeah, those Weatherspoons are pretty.
What else dropped? Some other shit came
Only
out.
shoe I bought in 2018.
Oh, okay.
Fuck with them.
They came out, so the undercover versions of those came out.
Yeah, the whole silhouette did.
That's a real hard question though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't have I've been wearing these, and these is 2017, right? So I've been like,
They did a bunch of versions of.
nothing matters with those. I had the white ones, I had the blue ones.
Right.
I got rid of both of them. This is the only one that I just can't part ways with, no
Right.
matter what.
And you wear those to death.
I will. I will. These actually look better when you beat them.
Yeah. Ones in general do.
Some joints do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like ones is definitely one of mine. So I mean, I didn't have a 2017 like sneaker.
Right.
I guess the most popular sneaker probably would have been the Sean Witherspoon. If I had to speak, you know.
I hate like, cause I got an office down on Howard, right by Stadium Goods, and I see
Fancy motherfucker. And so,
you know, but
is that where the 90 is at? Is that where the 90 is at?
which 90?
The 90 that you keep playing FIFA.
Oh, nah. That's old back in the day, man. We had that on West 30th, but yo, I missed that screen. We had a 90-inch screen when we played video games on. Anyway, I walk around over there and like you'll see these items. Everyone just looks like the fucking Instagram Explore page where they're dressing the same, or they got like some $700 sneakers like that, but they got like a trash ass fit on.
Right.
I don't know if it's like a high fashion trash fit or it's just a garbage fit.
Well, like here's the thing.
I don't know.
I mean, if we speaking just advice wise, like crawl before you can walk.
Mhm.
And I'm a firm believer, like I was just saying earlier, like fashion and style is like a puzzle to me.
Right.
Like, and you get to basically put your puzzle together every single day. So like, if you have certain key elements, you know, core pieces, by all means, wear the fuck out of them.
Mhm.
But I'm also a firm believer of being stylish, but also being practical because of my lifestyle. Where I know that at any moment I could be called to get on an airplane and might be somewhere for 3 or 4 days where I can't just be in my Sunday's best. So I need to pack something where I can be comfortable. I don't have to worry about losing shit because I don't want to. So I might need that one pair of pants that goes to hell and back with me.
It's universal.
You see what I'm saying? I got a flannel that I wear every fucking wear. Like I replaced the buttons on it so many times but it's a piece that no matter where I'm at, I can wear it. I can button that motherfucker up, and then I can go somewhere formal. You get what I'm saying? But I can unbutton that bitch,
Right.
and we in the party kicking it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like a lot of these people, I think follow trends. I don't want to go off and just say that everyone is a sheep because I think that there is a method to everyone's madness. But a lot of people sometimes aren't informed when they're buying these seasonal pieces or these trend pieces, as I like to call them.
Right.
Well, like to give you an idea, when everybody was buying the rainforest shit from Gucci,
Right.
which I guess everybody is boycotting now. But like when that came out,
Yeah.
you saw a lot of people buying the jacket, buying the backpacks, buying the sneakers, the wallets, all of the. I mean, it was a cool collection. But that collection quickly changed, and then you was stuck with basically this seasonal shit. So now you're the guy with the rainforest jacket. You see what I'm saying? Or now you're the guy with the Gucci rainforest sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you buying something that's more, in my opinion, timeless, that could, you know, evolve with you, and or like I bought a pair of YSL sneakers. I paid.
That I ain't mean to cut you off,
No, go
but
ahead.
even if you wanted to try to get it off,
It's
you
bad
couldn't
for you.
even get
It's
the
bad for you.
same price.
You're not even getting half because
Facts.
it's old shit that has no future value.
There you go.
So like I was about to say, like I got a pair of YSL sneakers. I paid a lot of money for them.
Right.
And my homie was like, "Why would you buy that?" And I was like, "Well, you know, over time, even as this deconstructs and breaks down, it's technically just a black sneaker. You get what I'm saying? I could bring this out 5 years from now, and it's still on pace with whatever the fuck is going on
Right.
in fashion. I could bring this shit out 10 years from now, and it's still on pace with whatever the fuck, because it has no like identifying markings.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when you see a lot of these, like to address what you were saying, you see these guys with these $1,000 sneakers with a trash fit. That's because they didn't pace it out. Instead of just buying, you know, no, I'm dead ass, bro. Like,
Right.
I'm serious. Like, FOMO is a motherfucker, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure we all done sat in here and it's been a pair of ups or some fucking J's or, in my case, probably some Supreme shit that I just had to fucking have. But then after you had it, you was like, damn, I really didn't need to buy
Right.
4 of these motherfuckers. Like, I didn't really need to go off. So, like, that's what be happening with a lot of these cats. Like, they get their little piece of bread and they want to stunt, which everybody want to feel good. That's one thing I love about fashion is it makes you feel good. It makes you looking good, make you feel good.
Right. No, facts. No, you make, and that's some good points you make, because you had an article for Complex talking about the reselling market.
Oh, you read that?
I read
Oh,
that.
shit. Hold on.
Journalism
Article
here.
was
Hold
awesome.
on.
I just want to tell you that article was awesome, because I'm.
You actually read the article.
Listen, I read. I do a lot of homework.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But that article you hit, like, it's nobody really saying what you're saying, because
they're afraid to.
yeah, they're
what the fuck is
afraid.
going on.
They're afraid for like to somebody to hear it, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's
No, well, it's crazy. I'm glad you actually read it, because then I can speak to the article and you will know what I'm talking about. So first of all, I wrote that article while I was taking a shit. I want to first and foremost tell y'all that. My best ideas come out while I'm pooping.
But that was a good cock out,
Boy. So let me, like, real talk. This is exactly, if you want superhero origins, I tell you how I do creative origins. So this is what happened. I got up, I was smoking a blunt, I was sitting on the toilet, I had been tasked with, you know, writing this piece. You know, they asked me, they say, yo, well, Rex, you know, you come from, you know, that era when it was like at its peak, you know, when it was like booming, full erection. You know what I'm saying? You was there. So like looking at it now, you know, with all the new elements that's going on with that market,
Right.
you know, what do you see, you know, the pitfalls is? And to be honest, I think that it's exactly what I said in the article. A lot of people be afraid to change. Like they don't want to change. And it's just like when I was talking to you out fucking side. So I was outside and basically I had basically made a statement where like people basically will get on my case. Some people did get on my case about the article, not a lot. It was actually positively received. Thank you to everybody that actually took the time to read the article. I really appreciate that shit.
Definitely check that out, guys.
No,
Complex.
I mean, that's when you know you write some good content, is when you get the balance of some people got pros and cons, basically. You know what I
As
mean?
long as they're reacting, it's
Exactly.
the right
Yeah,
Exactly.
so people was telling me, you know, well, they was getting at me about the article. The people that did get at me about the article was like, well, if these other elements weren't a part of it, you know, it would still be gravy. And who told, you know, this, that, and the third to get involved? And I was talking to Rob outside. I say, see, man, that be people that be afraid to change. And what did I say? I was like, that be people that basically feel like they had an unfair advantage. All right, so he was talking about basically the polo people from the horsepower shit, right? And I told him, I said, well, a lot of them cats that was doing that was like real goons. Like, you gotta think like that era. Like when I first came to New York, I used to be over on 2 Forest, and there was a lot of low lives over there and shit, over on 2 First, over by Clarendon and Flatbush and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like I done been in rooms this big full of fucking polo shit that probably was not paid for. I'm not gonna say if it was or was not paid for.
You don't know no
Okay.
names. You don't remember no names.
I
from
for
back
real,
then?
yo, the crazy shit is I don't remember no names, but like one of my homies, his name was Randy, and he used to fuck with one of the like super OG cats, like one of the cats that used to do events and shit. Like I'm trying to think of dude's name. He was an older cat, bald dude.
All right, Raglow.
Rack Low.
Okay.
Okay, Rack Low. Okay, that's one name that I do remember.
Yeah.
But
he got a book out and all of that.
So-
Barnes and Nobles. And all
so
that.
so that's him evolving. He took his shit.
Exactly.
He current now. So
So
like
yeah, we were talking about how like people were mad about not being in the documentary
but
because they didn't have something to contribute.
And the whole thing is, it's even like in style and fashion with like the resale game, like if you're not relevant in terms of like understanding what you involved in, then you're gonna always fall by the wayside. Period. Like the best thing like somebody ever told me, and a motherfucker told me shit when I was in juvie, was knowledge is power. Period. It may sound dumb as fuck, it may sound cliche as shit, but at the end of the day, that's like your strongest tool. Like you might not be the strongest motherfucker in the room, but if you know more than the strongest motherfucker in the room, you can take out the strongest motherfucker in the room. You
Knowledge
understand
is
what I'm saying?
power.
Knowledge is pure power. So like, with that and understanding your enterprise, and understanding your industry and what you're doing. If you're gonna sell crack, you need to know where your fiends are. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to understand where the fuck the police be at, running up on motherfuckers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it translates into any fucking industry or economy that you want to involve yourself or emulsify yourself in. And the only thing that I was saying in the article that people kind of thought that I was tripping on was that they shouldn't have to change. Well, that's funny because I don't see how you got to the position that you was in without changing or adapting in some way, shape, form, or fashion to continue making money. Because at the end of the day, and this ain't me trying to sound cocky and shit, so in the comments, don't tase me, bro. It's like something I love to say. This is my own opinion. Don't fucking tase me.
That's good.
But like a lot of the motherfuckers, if y'all would have like been up on your shit and understanding what you were in, you would have seen this current future when we was still down there lining up and freezing our asses off.
The long term.
Yeah, like I don't understand, because it was one of the points that I made. Like, how you complain about getting resale for some shit that you wasn't guaranteed, like it was a product, you just know somebody else that wants it.
Right.
That's like, think about it like this. If we ran out of fucking food, and a motherfucker tried to sell you Fruit Loops, because that's your favorite cereal, and you pay $5 a box for the shit normally, but because, you know, ain't no food trucks coming for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and a motherfucker try to charge you $25, $20 for a box of Fruit Loops. It's only because you got a demand. As soon as the food trucks, as soon as the truck show up, you like, kiss my ass, motherfucker, I'm gonna go get a $5 box of cereal. So like, the only difference with commodities like sneakers, clothes, artwork, you know, like toys and shit like that be of value, it's just people, the demand. So like, in the article, you gotta adapt. I knew for a fact, them motherfuckers knew we was making money. And sometimes, my great grandmama, God rest her soul, she said this shit too. We wouldn't have knew how big a fool you was if you would have never opened your mouth. Let that marinate for a second. Let it marinate. Okay? So like, a lot of that shit was a lot of motherfuckers, you know, instead of them basically keeping a business mind about it, wanting to be like first, or the most, or the loudest.
10th hour, 100 G's, keep your shit the same. Is that the Brooklyn way of saying it? I think that might be it. but like it's crazy because like that's really what it boiled down to. Like with this shit, like anything you in, and this is just my piece of advice. Me speaking, this is me going off subject right now. Anything you in, whether it's resale, whether it's rapping, whether it's being a model, whether it's, you need to understand your industry first and fucking foremost.
Right.
If you're gonna be a fly motherfucker, you need to look at the fly motherfuckers that came before you. Okay? See what they got right. See what they got wrong. You understand what I'm saying? No one is perfect. One of the homies I work with says he doesn't believe in perfection. I'm almost on board with him in that. Like, Jesus is the only thing that I know to date that was alleged to be perfect. So, you know, like, so with that being said, just like, be educated in what you're doing.
Right.
And a lot of people was mad that they didn't have the information. And like I was telling Rob, a lot of people was mad, like the low life motherfuckers was mad because they didn't have a platform that motherfuckers have now. Like, what did I say? I was like, motherfuckers was doing the same shit. History don't do shit but repeat itself. And motherfuckers that's doing their little thing now is doing it a different way, but they doing the same thing, but they got a platform like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or some shit, whereas the lowlifes in the 90s and 2000s, that wasn't no option. It was flex for the block. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
And now you got these gentlemen over here who are super active on social media, which is why I'm handing the keys to the Bender Rock Dance.
But you adapted.
Right.
You understood. You saw an opening, whereas everybody else was looking at it like, nah, I'm gonna do the same old.
But at the same time, like where we came from the 80s, you know, people have horror stories and other stories about.
For sure.
But today, now we got like coat drives. We got.
I mean, listen, man.
Turkey drives.
The guys that go down and resell and do that shit ain't bad guys. Just like if you was doing what you was doing, fuck that.
Right.
Fuck that.
It was a way to survive.
Did you get caught?
Not at all.
Then it didn't happen.
Some people got caught. Some people lost their lives. You know what I mean?
Bro.
God bless their souls on just trying to get away and survive just to make $1.
Right.
You feel me, my nigga? So it's like we just had a vest shoot up on St. John's, you know, for the fallen ones from back in the days, and God rest their souls. That's why we still pushing the way we doing on our pop.
I was doing that
shit.
It's
still rough now.
Nah,
it's still rough now.
In certain parts.
I mean, what I'm saying is like the whole thing. Like again, it's a double-edged sword. You got social media. That kind of deters, I feel like, in a sense, a lot of what it could be.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Fact, yeah.
Back when y'all was coming up, bro, I'm gonna come all the way clean, bro. I would have had to shoot one of you motherfuckers, bro. Like I would have been just now coming.
But a lot
home.
of people felt like that. But to tell you the truth, the connections or who you would have went to got the gun probably would have went and told them niggas like, yo, you know this nigga want to shoot y'all niggas, like, and it would have been even more crazy, my nigga. I'm telling you, that's how connected we was. Because listen, when we up in Fifth Ave and taking all these clothes and bringing it back to the hood, it's like a Robin Hood story. So then we giving you half price sweater new. We half price sweater new. We selling it on the train to workers, nurses. Yo, my son need this. Yo, and then we had the whole New York on our side, my G. We was on the front of Daily News and all of that.
No, so when I moved, you want to hear? So I'm from Ohio.
Right, I got you.
So what part for the people that don't know?
I'm from Akron.
Right.
So listen, it's funny. I got a low life story from when I was in college. So this has got to be like, I don't know, like early 2000s and shit. Bruh, one of my mans he used to come up to New York. Okay, he used to come to New York. He was like one of them little bougie motherfuckers that, you know, his mom and shit had bread, so they would like go on like shopping trips and shit. Or like go to Atlantic City and shit. And I ain't hating, but my mom ain't take me on that shit, so fuck him. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So look, when he used to come, he used to be the little jiggy nigga in school and shit, because he was coming and getting all the New York shit.
All day.
So, yo, this motherfucker came back one time, bro, and was like, man, I ain't going to New York no more. I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? Right? Because I used to do my little 1-2 with, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, came through, you know, senior, whatever. And he was like, man, we was smoking and shit. So he was like, man, yo, I seen some crazy shit. Like, I'm thinking he about to tell me, like, he saw a motherfucker get mugged or, you know, like, some real carjack shit, a high-speed chase or some shit. He like, man, me and my mom, we was on Fifth Avenue. He was like, man, and like 8 niggas jumped out this car. He was like, they got out, they stood there for a second, and he's like, my mom was like, oh no, we ain't going to the store right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He like, this is a grown ass, like we grown, like, so he like, man, yo, I swear to God, dog, these 8 niggas just ran in the store with these big ass bags and then ran out the other door. Like, I guess they ran in one side on like the front part of the store, did like a lap, and then came out on the side store. Like, so you know how it'd be like the shit would be on like 5th and like 42nd or some
that
shit.
Corner.
So they hit that. Them niggas ran in there, bro. He said all 8 of these niggas came out and hopped in the fucking car. The car drove around, basically pulled up, and when they came out, They just threw all that shit in the back and scattered it.
Right on cue.
Like, saying like one nigga hopped in the back and the other 7 niggas just disappeared into the city. Like never to be seen again. He was like, they started taking shit off. I'm like, nigga, that wasn't they real clothes. I was like, they whatever they had on, they went and bought that shit at Old Navy.
Right.
They went and took that shit and they came out that shit quick. They in the tunnel right now, motherfucker. But nah, that was when I was. So this was back. So I man, when I heard about that kind of shit, I was like, oh, they giving it up. I was like, he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, the niggas came with duffel bags apparently. Like y'all niggas.
It was serious. I mean,
Give me all this shit.
You know how rappers go on tour?
Yeah.
It was like boosters would rent a van.
That's what these
and
niggas
go
must have been
tour.
on. They must have been
like
on tour.
10 dudes just get their money up, get their van right, get a driver. All you doing is driving us around. Boom, they going outlet to outlet and getting ripped.
So let me ask you this real shit. And I'm not saying that you may or may not have participated because I would never want to incriminate you in nothing. But hypothetically speaking, let's say back then, right? Like, what was like the hottest shit? Because I mean, I know motherfuckers was on they shit,
Right.
but like, how did you? Because like nowadays we basically got like leak pages that be like, okay, Supreme coming out with this in North Face, or like Jordan is collabing with so and such and such and such. But like the internet wasn't no thing back then. So like, how did you know what was hot to go and cop?
You had to be in them stores all the time. As just an average shopper,
but like
you really shop you shopping and boosting at the same time and eyeing what you used to be able to like go to a store, go to the high end stores and take a little figurine for like $700 and bring it back and get store credit for that and then go shopping off of that little figurine money.
Take some Tiffany bullshit or some shit like that.
You feel me?
Okay, no, trust me.
So,
I've been down that road.
The smallest shit be
the
like,
most bread. No, yeah.
You know, 1,200 on this.
But what I'm saying is like from a hype standpoint. Like for instance, like when that polo Olympic shit came out. Okay.
The stadium shit. 92.
Okay. So like for instance, how did hype work back then? Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like how did motherfuckers like
videos?
Today, so that's what I'm saying.
Basically,
this guy, that collection.
So like, would you be but that's what I'm saying. So like, would you like pick up the Source magazine, read that shit, see that, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucking Nori was wearing, you know, some polo shit or some shit like that.
Nah, you would know that Ralph Lauren was coming out with the Olympic
y'all niggas would have to tap directly
in 92.
They made it hot.
And
so
then,
y'all tapped in with like the
timing
brand.
is everything. You know what I mean? So we had a group called Jiggy, and then our whole clothing line was
92.
fucking 92.
But wait, but all right,
there was timing for everything.
So was the store? But was the stores hip to like the hype in terms of like, would it be a line like how it is now?
Nah. Back then it wasn't.
It was no hype. They just thought it was regular. You know what I'm saying? Regular clothes. They didn't.
So the streets knew, but
The
like
streets knew.
them motherfuckers didn't know shit.
They were like.
So like, but like the streets.
They're just figuring it out now.
That's what I'm saying. So like, even the streets really didn't know.
The stores knew because they was losing product.
Well, that's what I'm saying
Right.
from a retail standpoint. I'm talking about is like, if you say like when Polo said they was re-releasing that shit, it was a line for 2 days outside of Ralph Lauren. So that's what I'm saying. Like, how the fuck was y'all hip to know that was the shit to grab? Like, okay, you know what? This 92 shit coming out, the stadium shit dropping. We know for fact this gonna be the hottest shit in the streets, or was it y'all like fuck that? We gonna make it the hottest shit in the streets. That's what I'm basically asking.
I kind of think we made it the type of way we made it. Is like 20 deep. Wearing the same items.
Flexed out. Everybody.
Empire roller skating at the hottest location.
Same shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine like theme shit. Like yo, everybody boosted a robe. Niggas is at the roller skating ring wearing robes. On the roller skating ring. And it's the hottest shit with the crest. That's when the crest first came out. So it's the velvet hot shits and them niggas with turtlenecks and fucking robes, skating, doing their numbers 20 deep.
In Brooklyn?
You already?
Already.
That's how we did it. That's how we did it, man.
Because basically,
niggas don't have
Made
fun
it
like
a
that
movie.
no more.
Exactly.
Niggas don't have fun like that no more.
Practically, basically what it is.
Wear some hype shit and play Fortnite.
We like back in the 90s, whatever. We knew that Ralph didn't want us wearing that.
You
stuff.
think he didn't want? Because he seems
No.
do seem accepted now that shit.
Now,
stop praising.
Now,
He
but
sure do
back
seem.
in those days, when you got a piece like that, you knew that he didn't want you with it.
So
Times is changing.
no, hell no, definitely. So like what I'm asking, I guess, so like the whole line shit. So like, was it because niggas didn't want to like run down on the store and make it hot, or was it because niggas was just like, you know what, I'll wait for a nigga to bring it back to the hood?
Bring it back to the hood.
Nah,
I mean, I'm just asking because the reason why is because like I like to piggyback off of like the article and shit, motherfucking, I had to line up for all my shit and play nice.
Cause I know back where I lived out in Crown Heights, polo was like a status thing.
Exactly.
Word.
You had the dudes who had the fucking, you know, flyest polo was them dudes.
Right.
And they would just update every week. You know what I'm saying? Every week something came out, they had it. And it was just it was a lifestyle thing for
So
them.
y'all ain't never. All right. So real talk. Hypothetically speaking, what's the most shit you ever seen one person hack up in one day? Real talk. Like one
Man,
day,
I
one
seen-
day,
I
one
seen-
day,
listen,
one day,
I seen people-
one retail
Right.
day.
I seen people run out of King's Plaza with bags full of stuff, 5-6 bags full of everything.
I know dudes that accumulated enough to buy Q45s back in the days. Real facts.
Houses.
So,
Houses.
Wait, what? Y'all niggas was competing with Jay-Z on this motherfucker?
facts is facts.
You gotta
I big respect to that shit, bro. On some real shit, I think Polo is one of them brands. It's kind of like it's Supreme before Supreme was Supreme.
True.
Like period. Like Polo is one of the only brands, and this coming from a straight up. I love Supreme stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
This coming from like I think that Polo is probably one of, if not the only brand. Like you know, Tommy tried to have his resurgence, and like Nautica tried to.
Yeah, that came and going. That came and going.
Lacoste came, and you know.
Mhm.
Polo is one thing that's consistently stayed relevant
True
Right.
facts.
since I was a baby to now.
But here's the thing, Rax. Now Polo's trying to get a little bit like Supreme. If you really look into the retro stuff and
I mean,
The drops
he
and the
you know
limited
what?
edition
One thing
stuff.
I say about Ralph, if he, I will say, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say that his perception may have been swayed and that he gets it now.
Mm.
Because if it was like that back then, he doesn't give off the impression that it's like that now.
right, because he sees his money.
He
He
know.
sees his money on the streets.
He know, and I think that any designer or brand, and I'm not even gonna go into that Gucci shit because I don't want to go into that shit.
Right.
But I think any brand whose actual owner, you know, that's active in day-to-day operations and still active in the brand
Right.
itself, hands-on with their brand, and can kind of, even if they don't fuck it, even if you don't want to flat out say it, but you giving us the gesture that you with the shit.
Right.
I think that speaks more volumes than these brands that kind of culture vulture and do the most
Right.
allegedly. To have us involved, be the models on the runways and shit.
I ain't mean to cut you off.
No,
but
go
you
ahead.
did right, because he with the shit.
He with the
Because
shit
he
now.
like,
You see him
yo,
with
what's
13s
to
on?
bring him back,
Yeah.
to bring it back.
Yeah.
What y'all want to see back and shit like
Look
that.
at that.
And he,
Like he got the Polo app now.
right.
Everything is
Got an
associated.
app?
Yeah, everything is
John's
associated.
up in the office every week. He's acting like he's not.
Hey, have you been to the restaurant?
Yes.
Hey, is it really that hard to get a table in there?
Yeah.
He's part of the yes
Can
man.
you get me a table in there?
I could. Yes.
For real?
Yes, for real.
Put me on for next week.
Alright.
I'll make some calls. But
See what's up.
it's definitely booked
Is it
up.
hard in the rails?
Nah, that's different. That's a different type
Nah,
of hard.
that's
That's
different,
right?
Oh, y'all didn't know I was cultured out here.
It is booked up for months.
I heard it's booked up fucking for years. I
Nah,
tried to
it's
go.
months, but you can get in there. You gotta
I don't even know where that shit is. Is it true that everything in there is polo down to the silverware, the
Yes,
fucking
yes.
the wood on the
Yeah,
ground,
it
the
got to
fucking the upholstery,
Yeah,
the
that.
stitching,
Uh-huh.
everything, the flowers.
Yeah, man. It's an experience.
I wanna go. Fuck. Like, bro, I ain't gonna front. I don't get excited about a lot of shit because like New York, I feel like it's one of the places that like I'm excited to do every day that I leave my house. But like certain little things, I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, I was up there
I'm
on the
surprised you
grand
never been there.
The whole thing
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
it ain't that I haven't been, but it's just like, I know that shit like that, you have to dedicate yourself to
Mhm.
actually doing it. And I know that it's not a one-day dedication. I'll call, they'll tell me a day, and then I forget about it. Because I'm that type of person. I'm like, oh, I can't get in until September. Well, fuck that. I'll call your ass in August, motherfucker. Like,
Right.
and I forget in August.
So listen, what I'll do is I have a VP friend.
Mm.
We'll exchange numbers and we'll.
But I make it juicy for you, man. I mean, I'm not
No,
cheap.
no, no, I'm just saying, like, nah. I mean, I can get in there.
I want a fucking invitation to this dinner, damn it.
See, now everybody.
I need to go, but I definitely. I heard it's really nice. I heard the food is good too.
Yeah, it's fly, man. It's definitely fly.
So did you go like that first week it opened?
No. I went like the first
I
month
did.
though. You went the first month.
How the fuck you? Hey, no disrespect, but yo, how your black ass got in there the first week they opened?
It ain't what you know, it's who you know.
Come on, man, yo.
And that real talk. That's
true as fuck,
shout
though.
out to my wife.
That's
you know
true
what
as
I mean?
fuck, though.
Because a god sister been working there for like 20-something plus years. Went to Hong Kong. Helped train the flagship store workers over there and all that. So she's serious in the game. So as soon as she knew
What was going on?
what was going on, she was like, "Oh, nah,
Bro, yeah.
you gotta bring your husband." Boom, boom, boom.
I heard that shit is actually. I heard the food, Rob, just to hear what to share with you.
Yeah.
I heard the food is delicious.
Very much.
The ambiance is amazing.
Yes, I was about to tell you the ambiance.
I heard the ambiance is probably what that's probably why it's booked up for months because it's unlike other restaurants. Like I heard the ambiance in there is really.
Yo, I came in there wearing they'll know what I'm talking about. I had a Olympic cardigan.
Oh yeah.
They were like
the
"Oh my
Winter
gosh,
Olympic joint.
That's the limited
Patchwork.
edition joint.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, hey, so is the staff like trained up on their shit?
Yo,
No,
'Cause I know you showed up in some shit.
No, I showed up and
Ah,
showed
you
out.
showed up.
I showed up and showed out on them.
Yeah, nah.
Yo,
But-
I had
Nah, that
I had
cardigan's
to bang
crazy.
on them. I had to bang on them, and it was like I had people. They was eating. They was like, oh my gosh.
Ah, who is that? He must know Ralph.
Yeah, like oh my god.
He probably knows Ralph.
Yeah, it was
But
crazy.
that's how you gotta do up in there though.
Nah, yeah,
Like when you go, you gotta shit. You gotta shit hard.
I only got a little bit of polo stuff, so they gonna make fun of me.
I've never seen you in any polo, so that's
Yo,
why I'm-
Chris is on
I was
the
always
live,
wondering
too.
about that.
Food rap.
Oh yeah, food rap said what's up.
Oh man, what's up, man? Hey, what's up?
I ain't want to stop the flow, but he's been on here for a minute.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Hey, so Chris used to be around when I was like a little snipe nosed boy out here trying to just figure out what the fuck I was trying to do. Shout out to my man's food rap, you know what I'm
True
saying?
indeed, all
Yeah.
day.
A true inspiration to the stoner out here in these streets.
Now there might be the perception of you being this sort of overnight success story, but you've been out here for a long
Oh
time.
man, I slept on the train, bro. I was
Been
there
out
on the
here for
floor.
a long time.
I've shared spaces with the Roaches from Joe's apartment.
A few nights at the funhouse.
In a few months. Bro, I've done it all.
Right.
I think that I've pretty much. I mean, you can't get to the point I think and speak knowledgeably without going through some shit.
I think you have to.
Like, and I mean, and some people is blessed to have those experiences presented to them by others that went through the shit. You get what I'm saying? But I honestly,
And it's for them to take heed to it.
Yeah.
Because they don't gotta touch the fire unless one close one touch it for them. Like, yo.
I'm about to give you another one from great grandma. You know, a lot of these people don't believe that shit stink. You know, until they face is in poop.
Sure did.
You feel me? But yeah. So like, I moved to New York. I think almost this will be my 9th year.
2010. I think we linked on 2010, 2011.
Like 20.
I think 2010. No, it's definitely 2010. I can tell you why after, but go.
Okay, so 2010. It was. It might have been. I'm pretty sure it was. It was 20. Yeah, it was because I celebrated New Year's 2011 here, so it was 2010. 2010, I moved to New York in May. What's the holiday in May?
Memorial Day.
That's the weekend that I moved here. That's the exact weekend that I moved to New York. Memorial Day 2010. It was lit. And then, yeah, I was up here, and for real, 2011 was kind of crazy, because I was like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Then 2012 was when I kind of started getting my feet wet and really trying to figure it out. Like, ooh, I think I can squeeze something up out of this motherfucker. And then 2013, which was, 6 years ago, really feel like it was like yesterday, was when I think I really kind of just was like, fuck it. It's now or never, guys.
That's it.
Just went for it all.
Yeah, you got, and then, shit, everything else after that really was like, literally like domino effect. One shit will fall into the next thing, will fall into the next thing, will fall into the next thing. But I was working my ass off the whole time.
And this ties into my favorite rack story, which
Oh
is
my God, I know exactly what story you're about to tell. Go ahead, bro.
in 2010.
Go ahead, bro.
In 2010, this man was selling a lot of. It was the snapback era, a lot of the vintage sports gear from the 90s. So you're thinking starter satin jackets.
So
Started down jackets.
He had the teaser snapbacks too.
Did you have any of the teaser stuff? I don't even know. I think it was just.
I had some of that shit.
The Taz Arnold stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to Taz.
Yeah.
But I think it was more just like warehouse thrift finds. I don't know.
eBay.
eBay sniping.
Right.
Yeah.
But he had this Nick starter jacket. It was a good one. It was a real warm one. I really wanted it. And we were supposed to link. And it's right after Christmas 2010. And I know this because I was supposed to go down to Miami for the Knicks Heat game. But we were kind of beefing at the time because he's an Akron guy, so he follows LeBron wherever he goes. So this is the Heatles.
Yeah.
He's living in East Harlem at the time.
Yeah. I was
And
on 118th.
I don't know if you guys remember. Well, yeah, I ventured up there a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got this snowstorm. We got like 26 inches of snow right after Christmas. Right?
Right.
And he was supposed to like come through and link. And I was like, yo,
in the snowstorm?
No, he was supposed to come to Queens and drop his jacket off from East Harlem. He's like, I was like, yo, it snow's crazy. He goes, nah, I'm gonna come through. This guy comes through, thigh high in fucking snow. He's got the jacket in hand, and he goes, all right, I'm here now. So he went from like East Harlem to like deep Queens in the middle of the snowstorm just to get one jacket off to me. So that shit right there is a testament to
That's
everything that
dedication.
happened. He's been working that hard since then.
Yeah, I didn't get.
I didn't even pay that much for that jacket either. I felt bad. There was a lot about it afterwards. We were alright. I don't know how the fuck you got back, but you got there.
Through hell and high water.
Facts. Yo, that's an ill way to start a
I
friendship.
mean, shit. Hold on.
So everybody's on their phone.
Mhm.
Anyway, Robbie.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to you in 1 second because I got to piggyback on that. How I actually got to the crib.
Yeah.
That's something I still don't know. I just know he showed up
So
eventually.
you know he
You
showed
don't
up.
know the return mission.
Nope.
The return
Nope.
mission was bananas. I could imagine.
Mhm.
But usually going is never as bad as going back.
I don't know. I've been through some treks,
Oh Lord.
and they were bad both ways.
Yo, Robbie. So one time I forgot what storm it was. Yo, recent too.
I just started to
Yo,
walk
this-
through one.
This
He's
guy-
always walking.
This guy walks through one, rings my bell. I'm like, yo, who get this beat up? Abominable snowman. Who doesn't ring my bell?
No, so yeah, I got to the crib. So for real, the train crazily was like actually quicker getting back. Cause I think I just still had like learned, like I had just moved to New York,
Mm-hmm.
and I was still trying to figure out what was going on.
He didn't know that he wasn't supposed to go to Queens. He doesn't know that that's how people are supposed to treat Queens. Even Amazon just ghosted us. We were supposed to get at the headquarters. Like,
You
nah.
know why? You
He's
know
like, yeah,
why.
I'm coming to Queens.
Yeah.
It's like, eh.
Y'all know why that happened. Though.
Oh yeah, we fought back. Yeah.
The money. It was the money. It was this would in my personal, totally off topic. Them motherfuckers was like, hold up, y'all pulled the biggest finesse ever. Fuck that. Y'all gotta redo it. And that's what
They're
happened.
renegotiating.
Like they had to basically once they all the people that knew that bought all them condos and shit that knew, you know, they had the upper hand to get that chicken. You know, like
Oh, that neighborhood's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Who's that homie stayed over there?
I'm one town
Oh,
One town.
lucky you.
away.
So, Rax, what you do music too? What's up with the music?
All right, so I do music, but music don't pay my bills. So I've been just chilling with that shit and doing more content-oriented stuff, and basically trying to just stay focused on one thing at a time that can possibly fund and bring more attention to my music career. But in terms of music, I actually got like 3 things already on stash, ready to go.
Right.
Projects like damn near.
I'm an outro queen too.
Yeah, I know. Like, nah, like, but like I said, it's just knowing like your strengths and weaknesses. Even as an adult, you just gotta know you go play to your strengths. Don't be a fool and just
Right,
like,
right.
try to force your hand with some shit.
Right.
And it's a lot of great music. Y'all can wait on my shit. It's not like, you know, I'm the second coming of fucking Celine Dion and Jesus.
But it's just a part of you on some music shit.
Yeah, you know, like it's one of the things.
Vibes in.
Yeah, it's one of the things where like if when I have time to do it, I love it. But at the same time, pursuing a music career is very time consuming, just like
True,
pursuing
indeed.
like any other thing. Like if you want to be good at it or you want it to amount to anything, you got to dedicate a lot of your time and effort. And in music situation, money.
It's time consuming, and does it add up to the dollar amount? That's what you know.
That's
what I mean?
pretty much it. It's risk reward. You know what I mean? My risk and reward is a lot greater. Well, it's a lot less in what I'm doing now than it would be in music. I always tell all my homies, you know, small fish, big pond. You always want to be the big fish in a small pond.
Right.
You don't ever want to be the small fish in a big pond. Because there's other fish just basically eating all the same fucking food.
Right.
You know?
So you're basically gonna have the media, the
Yeah,
media stuff.
So
Basically.
like this what I'm on, like to kind of segue. Like basically what I'm working on right now is I'm working on a bunch of different content ideas.
Right.
Because along my travels,
Mm-hmm.
I found that that's like, again, knowledge is power.
Mhm.
And there is no real set platform for people to get knowledge about, you know, where we're at now. It's almost, have y'all seen that Killer Mike show?
The
on Netflix?
documentary on Netflix. Trigger warning or something.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
show?
Mm.
Okay, so, did you see the one where he was talking about, like, school and shit?
Yeah.
I saw a clip of that I saw a clip of him on the Breakfast Club having a debate about the school. I didn't see the actual show about it.
So, just a quick little tidbit. More or less, he had a point that stuck out to me where he said, you know, we teaching kids shit they don't need to know. Okay, instead of us teaching a kid, you know, trig and calculus, which, be honest, how many of y'all took trigonometry and calculus and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask all of us. Now, you guys are older,
Right.
okay?
Right.
You younger,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we got damn near the full spectrum here.
Mm-hmm.
How many people in this room have had to use trigonometry and or calculus in an everyday critical thinking situation in life?
Never.
I think it's so. But on a other note, I think
Don't justify this shit.
No.
Do not justify trigonometry and
I
calculus.
might say if our generation threw it out, right?
I'm not saying throw it out.
But good. And then our kids be like, yo, daddy, yo, you know how to do trig? And you be like, what? Nah, I don't know about no
okay,
trig.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
No. My daughter, it's funny that we having this exact conversation. I just had to relearn fractions.
Okay.
I'm fired with math, period. That's why she calls me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my baby, hey, Mimi.
Oh, God.
She calls me and says, Dad, I need help with my math homework.
Mm-hmm.
I get that call usually around 3 o'clock,
Mhm.
3:30. Okay, now here's why I'm saying this. And it all makes sense to my platform. But what I'm saying is like, the knowledge that we put out, sometimes it just be like bullshit. Like all the knowledge that we got ain't, you know, necessarily useful.
True. Nah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, and you gotta think when you a kid, you stuff in your brain full of shit that you basically hold on to. I'm pretty sure all of y'all can probably remember y'all's first bite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure all of us can remember our first grade teacher name
Right.
to a certain extent,
To a
right?
certain extent, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so get what I'm saying here. That's precious fucking space.
Right.
That's precious fucking space. All right.
So what you're saying is put stuff in it that you're actually gonna use.
That you're gonna use and then save all that calculated extra shit for later on. Like if I need calculus when I become a fucking rocket scientist or a fucking Air Force pilot where I need to know trigonometry, trajectory, all that kind of shit, you can teach me that shit. You know, I done learned more as an adult than I think I've ever learned as a kid growing up. Now the shit that I learned as a kid growing up taught me how to live and how to get along. But the shit that I've learned as an adult has actually helped me excel
That's how it's
and
supposed
thrive.
to be. Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, ooh, I can do this, and I ain't gotta hurt nobody. Oh shit, this is lit. So boom, said that about this platform that I'm working on. Boom. So I was doing a music thing. I'm actually really fired with the music, so I don't know if you ever heard any of it, but it's actually really good. So check this out. Motherfuckers like, hey, you should do the music thing. You should do this shit. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right. Then I'm like, hold up though. I don't get no ducats for this shit for real, for real. Like, it's fun to live that life, to be a rock star, but only if you like Kiss or like the Rolling Stones.
It ain't beneficial.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel? I ain't Drake,
Right.
motherfucker. I ain't Kendrick Lamar. Shit. I ain't, you know, and part of me, and I feel like this is another thing Jim about to drop. Part of like being like, I guess smart is also just fucking owning up to what the fuck it is. Everybody ain't gonna be in the NBA. Everybody ain't gonna be Barack Obama. Your baby is not the next fucking Naomi Campbell. No matter how pretty she is right fucking now with her little baby hairs and little cute lips and all that shit. Okay? I got news for you, Shaquilla. She not it. Now she might be a great nurse. She might be a great stenographer.
And
she could be a judge.
And we need that.
And we need that. You know what I'm saying? She could be a great police officer. You know what I'm saying? She could be a great politician possibly on like a civic level.
That's it.
Okay? But like, when you become an adult, and it's like, I guess like when I was like 21, 22, I told myself straight up, I was like, look, bro, we're not gonna waste a bunch of fucking time chasing fucking fairy tales and shit, unicorns and shit.
Right.
Okay? Like, we need to get to the meat and potatoes. Okay, so you need to get into some shit that you know that's gonna have longevity. And that at the end of the day, if you fall back and it comes down to it, you can get a 9 to fucking 5. Okay? And that's just being realistic. And a lot of these cats out here ain't realistic. So back to my platform. I'm creating and working on, hopefully, and God willing, because I'm planning on changing the fucking world, at least my little corner of it anyway. So I'm working on 3 major things right now. I'm working on my own podcast. Something like this. Mine ain't as nice as this. This is nice. This is really nice. Number one. Shout outs to the ambiance.
No doubt.
You
Facts.
know,
The feng shui going on.
they rock that. The ambiance is here. I'm working on my podcast. Number 2, I'm working on a show that we just got the pilot green lit, so we're gonna start test shooting next week. And then number 3,
Is that at Complex too?
yeah. And then number 3, outside of that, I'm actually working on a seminar. So it's not your traditional seminar, so to speak, because it ties motivational speaking on like an urban level. Because what I've noticed, and everybody listen to this shit try to steal my shit, I kid you. But no, basically I wrote a seminar. Okay, I was taking a huge crap. That's where all my best ideas come
Some
from.
productive shit.
They are. And
That's when you come in and be like, yo, talk your shit.
you know,
Talk your shit.
No, but like what had happened was I came up like basically I be sitting around I be looking at like again what I was saying, if you're gonna complain about some shit, at least offer a solution. So like I was looking at like damn, it ain't like I was looking at Tony Robbins and like motherfuckers like him and shit. And I heard that motherfucker made like 400 million. Like, I was like, right? I'm like, fuck, this funny looking motherfucker made $400 million. So then I got to thinking, I'm like, that's cool and shit. I'm like, but you know, I need to maximize my potential with my platform, what I do. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100. It ain't nobody out here for black motherfuckers is telling them, you know, you can do this shit. And ain't nobody giving up the secrets for black motherfuckers on how to break into a lot of these motherfucking industries that's going on out here. Like, period, straight up, point blank, flat out. Okay? Now, it ain't just black motherfuckers, because guess who else gets discriminated against too out here in the modern new world? Young motherfuckers. Okay? So, like, a lot of times, what you don't understand, when you don't know how to move in a room, you get shut out. And a lot of the younger generation, and I'm not sitting here saying y'all soft or y'all weak and shit like that. By no means am I saying that, because y'all the fucking future. I need you motherfuckers to be strong and on point, okay? So by no means am I discrediting you, but it's a lot of unknowing, it's a lot of confusion, it's a lot of, oh, I'm looking here, I'm looking there, I really don't know, you know, second guessing they sales and shit. Whereas I'm trying to create a platform, and my seminar is gonna really harp on teaching core values that basically get people that's in their youth to basically utilize the resources that they have that they didn't know that they had, okay? It's gonna be to open their eyes to other alternatives and avenues while they pursue their hobby that they wanna do. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people need to understand that you need a realistic in the game, okay? And you don't have a lot of time to do it, and the odds are not in your favor. So being that I done been there, done that, you know what I'm saying? I think that listening to me, if you're gonna listen to these motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you, at least listen to a motherfucker that cares about you and ain't never met you.
Right.
And if that's what I gotta use to stand on to get you to fuck with me, you know, then so be it. Cause that's really what I believe. Like, you know how they say motherfuckers got purpose and like we go through life and everyone. I really feel like that's my purpose. You know, some people they get called to be rocket scientists. Some people get to be Beyonce. Okay, I'm Rax fucking Hogan, and this is what I feel like my calling is to impact the world to the best of my power with the time given. You know, and that's really my main focus. Is that's like that's my baby right now that I'm working on. So I just been going through it, not going through it like in a bad way, but going through all of the preliminary things to set it up, trial and error. I actually been testing it with one of my homies, and that shit worked. Like I'm sitting here on the live on this, and what I'm sitting here telling you is, we had this conversation in 2019. 2020, 2021, we ain't gonna be able to have this conversation no more. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. But what I'm saying is, because I'm gonna be so busy doing what I'm doing, because I'm gonna be embarked on what y'all gonna be actually at the seminar. I say it like that. The conversation will be under different circumstances. But like, I just know that I've been blessed, and thank God every fucking day.
Always.
Can I say that in a sentence? Yeah, thank God every fucking day. To like be in this position, because this is what kind of like, I don't want to say like spark the fire, was like, it's just that we put so many people on a pedestal that don't really give back even in the smallest like aspect. Like, just give me some fucking information and let me take it. I was always taught to like, don't rely on a person to do it for you. Just get yourself in the room and do it for yourself. Okay? Like, I'm not the kind of motherfucker that you put me in your kitchen, I'm gonna wait for you to make me a sandwich. I'm gonna open the cabinet. I'm gonna look in the refrigerator. I'm going to find a knife. I'm going to look for, you know, peanut butter and jelly if that's what you see what I'm saying? And in this world today, and this is true fucking fact, bro, we often are taught to discourage and hide the information that could help the next person. Like, it's weird. It honestly baffles me sometimes that like,
holding the gems instead of spreading the gems.
Like I don't know what happened, and this shit happened since I've been alive. Like, and I'm pretty sure it's probably been the same way. Like, when people are on to some shit, they don't want you to know that shit. And it's like, bro, if you know that shit, the information of me knowing, I still gotta put in the work that you put in to get to wherever the fuck you at. So you're not a threat. Having information is not a threat, but we, again, the knowledge is power, you know, stigma comes in, and that's where it's used as like a negative. And it kind of like hurts like the culture. Like, I say it all the time, I'll be arguing with one of my homies and shit. I'll be like, motherfucker, why you didn't tell me where the sneakers was at? You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh. No, you didn't tell me because you didn't want to come get no pairs. Period. Just say it.
Yep.
You get me?
Right, but that'll be fresh security.
You know
Like,
what I'm
he
saying?
just want to be fresh
Yeah.
and secure his freshness.
No,
and
no,
be the
fuck
only
that.
motherfucker with it.
We don't wear the same size
In the
shoes.
same way as you said, like a job now. Like, you my apprentice.
We don't wear the
The
same
dude ain't
size
gonna
shit.
help. The dude ain't gonna show you
posing
what
you
he know
no
fast, cause he gonna level up, and he gonna be out of a job. You know what I mean?
Worst-
That's the whole shit.
worst
So that's
mindset.
job security,
Bro.
But that's old. That's
That's
old,
a-
and it's
so-
still
so-
around
so
now
you know
because
what?
he's talking about it. But I know about that, and he know about
No.
that, and we
It ain't no you gonna be out of a job. You just need to hustle better, bro.
Facts.
Period. Point blank.
facts.
At the
It's
end
just,
of the day,
it's just you got new energy now, and you doing the work. You
Whenever-
found a smarter way, and you cutting time on the same shit he could do. So
Whenever-
now you mad.
whenever I see somebody that do some shit that I feel like I could have contributed. Oh, my shit ain't plugged up no more. That I could have contributed, or that I feel like, I should have done that. You know what I do? I congratulate it because I should have took the time to implement the action behind the thought. So like, at the end of the day, if you empowered 15 young motherfuckers right now, like, say you hit them off with a polo starter kit. Right now, you hit them with a duffel bag and everything in that bitch was vintage low.
Right.
And you told them, this bag could be the start of you as a brand. You gonna go from polo to whoever the person you is as the brand. Okay? Lil Ray Ray, Lil Tay Tay. Okay, Lil Ray Ray, Lil Tay Tay, you're gonna take this polo bag, and I want to see y'all figure out a way to basically make yourself interesting enough to where you are a brand. And basically, that's what my seminar is gonna teach these kids how to do. Like, it's gonna empower them, it's gonna motivate them, it's gonna give them, like, I don't want to use the word hope because you got hope as long as you're drawing breath. But it's gonna give them, I feel like, a person that really give a fuck, because I do genuinely give a fuck. I'm not just out here whistling Dixie, because I was that kid that didn't have nobody to tell me shit. And I spent a lot of nights in juvie trying to figure it out because nobody wanted to tell me that shit. So I don't want none of these kids to go through none of that bullshit. Like, motherfucker done shot me, I done, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be like, oh, Rex, everything's cool. No, motherfucker. No. Motherfucker tried to assassinate me. The fuck? But what I'm saying is, I don't want nobody, especially when they have aspirations. Nobody want their shit snuffed out. Nobody want to never. But I also want you to be aware that whatever you choosing, you got to understand your risk and reward. If you want to be a fucking the next Selena or the next Beyonce, well, look, little baby, you need to understand what it takes and what it took for her to become. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, before you jump out the gym, you know, we see him dunking on motherfuckers.
But everybody rode different, though.
Yeah, you know? So, like, I just want to basically be that guy, that source, if I can inspire another Jay-Z, another Michelle Obama, you know, I want to inspire, like, the next generation, and I want them to know what I know.
Or through your talk or post talks with him, has any of the conversations with Gary Vee helped you?
Oh, man, Gary Vee, shout out to Gary Vee, man, that's my man's and shit. Shout out to Gary Vee. It's crazy. He's definitely a cool character to me. I don't even want to use the word character. He's a cool person. Like, that man, he got his shit on point. And he basically, I don't want to sit here and take nothing away from him because he definitely gave me some game. But he basically kind of just solidified what I was already on. Like, it's one thing when you on a hunch or you following, like, you know, something that you thought you was on super, like an inkling and shit, but then with somebody that's like kind of where you trying to get kind of confirms it, you kind of like, oh, okay, shit could get real. And that kind of really gave me the motivation that I wanted. It gave me the affirmation that I was kind of looking for in terms of, like, is this even something that the people need? You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of us feel like we all got a purpose out here in the universe, but it's kind of like you got to find the one. Supply and demand, like we was talking about earlier.
No doubt.
So, like, with that, I was already, all this shit had been manifested already. I had already wrote the seminar and shit. I even went, if you watch the interview, you see I pulled up. And the thing that was crazy, you know what the crazy shit was? That I found out after that interview from one of his assistants. He told me, he was like, yo, we was at, where was we at? Oh, we was at 34th Street when he dropped his shoot, the second interview that I did with him. He told me, he was like, bro, do you know that he's met with, like, millionaires, CEOs, hella famous people. He's like, you know, you're the first person that showed up with a pen and a fucking notebook.
I noticed that, like, and you were diligently taking notes.
Ready to take notes on what the fuck you should listen to. You see what I'm saying? But it's just all like,
That's preparation.
Yeah, proper preparation leads to victory every trip.
Yeah,
facts.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, you could be the biggest fucking fuck up in the world. If you prepare right that one time, everything gonna click. So, like, yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm working on. Like, in terms of, like, just like this resale culture, I want to inspire kids to, if you want to be a reseller, but do it the right way. And be informed. Don't be out here, because a lot of these cats put you on or give you a false sense of reality of what it is, just to make a buck. You know, just to get their product off right then and there. You know? Whereas I want you to be thinking long-term investment. I want you to be thinking, like, buy your mom some shit. I want you to be thinking, be better than the motherfuckers that came before you. I want you to be thinking, like, you know, logically. Right. You can still pursue your love for fucking impressionist art through fruit. Okay? You can still pursue your ambition to be a carpenter for dog houses, you know, but, like, just have, like, a focused set plot. And I think that's what, like, if anything, that's what I'm going to do with the seminar and shit. I'll teach everybody, you know, how to spread yourself a little thin, but still be effective.
And I've been talking with a lot of, I'm a co-founder of a startup. And,
Ooh.
you know, we'll get
Ooh,
into
y'all got
that.
some money for me?
Not yet, no.
You got no money for me?
Very bootstrapped, but.
Give me money. Listen, everybody, Rax Hogan. I'm too good for GoFundMe's and shit. I'm more of a DM me private meeting kind of guy. Let's set that up. Shout out to my management, BTB manager. You know what I'm saying?
Hourly rates.
But yeah, I've been talking with a lot of like people who have started companies and sold companies and gracefully exited, and people who fucked up and not gracefully exited and then built something else and then gracefully exited. And usually the people who are the most successful have those skeletons, and they aren't even skeletons because they're very open about it, but they've had these situations where they built something that didn't work and they failed hard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
a lot of stuff failed for me.
And
a lot of things.
And the one thing that they're always consistent about is you have to be solving one problem. Because
Right.
if you think you have a product that's going to solve 5 different problems,
Or break it down. Like I always tell my youngin, like, bro, if you got a big goal, break it into a bunch of little goals.
yes,
And achieve them bitches so that you still getting that affirmation that you need to keep going.
Chop down the tree.
Yeah, but no, just like you, fuck yeah. Like that shit, motherfuckers be want to hit home runs all the time, bro. Base hits are good too.
because and those 5 things that you want to solve might be one singular goal. You're just thinking about it the wrong way. So the way, like, you know, when you hear a lot of these people talk about how they've done that sort of thing, it's just been a consensus of these are the steps, and like you have to have that centralized focus. You have to fix that one problem because,
Right,
like
nah.
you said, you wanna help change the
You want
world.
to save the world, right?
You want to save the world, but you're not gonna be fucking.
You can't spread
Yeah.
yourself across the. I can't wrap my
You're not
arms around
Superman, everybody, right?
You feel me?
But you could have that impact and solve that
on
one
my corner,
problem.
in my corner, like you know what I'm saying. Like my thing is just be effective. Like even if it's a little impact, like I said, I don't gotta change 50 motherfuckers' lives. Give me one.
Mm-hmm.
One better, more better person on the planet is better than one bad person. Can we all agree to that? Okay, like. So like with that being said, that's like, and I feel like again, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well, man. Let them lead the way. Like for real, dog. Like, and like we at this point now, like, and I ain't trying to be all political and no shit like that, but bro, y'all motherfuckers gotta be smart. Y'all little motherfuckers, I get it. Y'all want to flex diamonds. Y'all want to rock rollies. Y'all want to do bust downs. Y'all want to drive Wraith. Y'all want to ride foreign. Y'all want
busting down the fucking watches.
Hey, listen.
Killing the value.
I mean, to each their own. Hey, they want to put some diamond. Let them feel good. That make them feel good. Let them bust their shit down.
Bust down your watches.
But what I'm trying to say is like, in due time, all that shit will come. Like, I'm gonna share some real shit with y'all right now, okay? So I got shot. I got shot for those Boondocks watches out there. So this is what happened. This is what went down. I got shot on some like a motherfucker tried to carjack me, but it was basically a botched robbery situation. I don't think I ever told this story in public. Damn, that's crazy.
Let's get it.
So this is true story. A guy that I was dealing with, I was involved in illegal commodities. Okay, a guy had called me that I've been dealing with for a while and asked me nothing crazy. It wasn't even like nothing extra like that I needed to worry about. So I'm taking a routine, pop fly, catch the ball, just take it into the dugout. Now this is at the time when like my mentality, and I'm just speaking. This is what we talking about here. When my mentality was, I was an asshole. Okay, but I was respectful. Okay, but I was an asshole still. Okay. And I had to have the newest of everything, the first of everything, the best of everything. That's like if a flat TV came out and it was like 60, and then they came out with the 70, I had to damn near flex and try to get to 70. And this is before like Instagram and shit, so I wasn't flexing on the gram or nothing like that. This is like still Facebook time. But check it out. Long story short, I had a bunch of nice ass shit at the time. Okay, bunch of nice shit. Jewelry, kit, fire. You know what I'm saying? Closet, fire. Always, when I rented apartments, when I used to get cribs, because like I said, I'm from Ohio, so when I would get cribs, I would always turn a room into my closet. Like, that's the closet. One of these rooms. That's the closet. So look, I'm telling you a story. So dig. Nigga ran up on me and was like, give me everything you got, I'm blast your ass, bitch, give me hold on, nigga, now hold the fuck up here. Oh, wait a minute, let's be logical here now. Okay. You know, we ain't trying to have a killing out here, okay? You don't want that on your conscience, and I don't want to be dead, okay? I literally had this conversation with a dude. You don't want to die this on your conscience, and I don't want to be dead. I give you whatever the fuck you want. You know, let's just keep it moving, bro. Like, at this point, I'm annoyed. I'm more or less like, you got a gun on me. When if you was just on some broke boy shit, like, why your mans ain't pull up? You get me? Because it wasn't even the nigga that called me that pulled up to he just basically told him, like, hey, he's gonna be at this place. Now, I had a nice car, I have a hot chick at the time, I had a crib, closet full of shit, every sneaker I could want, you know, all the new shit, but I got a gun in my head, okay? Right? I got a gun in my head. Nigga could kill me. Motherfucker shot me in the fucking hand and went in my arm. So, boom, I get out of the situation. I get shot. I try to run him over. He gets away. You know how we've all been in street situations where it's been like, oh shit, we gotta, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. So I get out the hospital the next day because I'm pretty sure. Dude, have you ever had a homie that was shot, Rob? Sorry, you the lightest person here I asked you. Homies that have been shot.
Definitely.
Okay, so y'all know when you get shot, they don't do shit to you. You know that, right?
Nah, definitely.
You know why?
I never asked why.
Okay, so check it out. I learned this when I got shot.
Okay.
So if you get shot and it go through, they don't do nothing to you. They just clean it because it's treated as a burn. And burns you can't sew up. So that's why you never really heard about, whenever you see people with bullet holes, if they got shot, you never see them sewn up. It's because they don't sew it up.
Right.
Reason being is bullets leave shrapnel, it's fire, it's hot. When it goes through you, because this shit went like through me, my arm and shit. When it goes through you, it could leave like particles or like carcinogens, and you don't know what you got shot with. It could have left actual pieces or particles of the bullet itself, depending on how old it is.
Exposed.
Yeah, fragments, all that kind of shit. So they don't do shit, bro. You literally go to the hospital. Like, I was laying on this table like, Yo, they squirt that saline shit all over it. They shoot it from the back. They give you a shot for pain to fizz you out. And then they put you in a room. That's it. That's it. It's crazy, right? Fucking bonkers.
I mean, I was just somebody that got shot 5 times.
So now I'm telling this story about mentality, right? So I got shot. I get out the hospital. I told that story to say this. I done earned more on some regular nigga shit than I've ever earned trapping. I done earned, and all the shit that I earned doing this shit for like the last 5 years, I still have it.
Right.
All that shit that I had when I was hot boy that I would have basically died over that night, that I was going ham for, all them you know, out here, whatever it is, whatever, getting into it with niggas, whatever the fuck it was, that path. And I ain't trying to sit here and be that nigga, dog. Like, I'm still fucking around, I'm still with this shit. Don't get it twisted. But what I'm sitting here saying is, on this positive shit that I done been on, bruh, because I ain't gonna lie, I was influenced by like my OGs and what they was doing. They was influenced by their OGs and that was street shit. But now that I done seen like a different path in terms of, like, I got lucky, came to New York, went to Miami, you know, cause I got, you know what I'm saying, I got some bread. So like what I'm saying is, why let Lil Tay Tay and Lil Ray Ray go through that when you could give them, drop a bag of low off so they can go off on the gram, go off on Facebook, or go off on Snapchat, get the flex and rare low on niggas that even niggas your age ain't got, cause guess what? They got it from a nigga that was of that era. But if you put a young nigga in a position where he don't have a chance to excel or grow from or with the older niggas, he gonna be in a fucked up position to create his own fucking reality. It's gonna be fucked up.
Facts.
It's gonna be fucked up. So I said all that to basically say that. Like, to this day, like, StockX giving me fucking Rolex watches and shit. All my niggas that tracked and got Rollies and shit, them niggas is locked up with their Rolexes, bro. Like, it's kind of like what Lil Baby say, he still rocking Gucci watches in the pen. Okay, that's cool, but he in the fucking pen. You get what I'm saying? So like I just like feel like, again, my due diligence, I feel like I went through all that resale shit. I went through all that shit to basically was like, wait, ding, you should be doing this, Rex. You should be helping these motherfucking youth out that's like going on the wrong path and still doing hot boy shit. Cause you used to be a little hot boy motherfucker out here in these streets doing wild knucklehead nigga shit too. So you need to motherfucking do your due diligence.
But you just matured mentally, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then probably with your seed
Yeah,
you had and everything,
yeah,
had
definitely.
you a little more
Definitely wake up
focused
call.
than
Definitely
you out
wake up
here
call.
just by yourself. You
But
got
it-
something to live for, you feel me?
But it, like I said, even still, I felt like I took more risks even after I had my kid because I knew that I had no choice. Like I had no.
You have to do it.
At one point, this person's going to be a conscious human and look to you to be able to place judgment. The daddy phase is only till they about 10.
Right.
Right.
Then they on some. What have you done for me lately?
Provider.
What exactly?
See, that's on some father shit. Like, you have to be a parent to know what he's talking about.
No, hell yeah, bro. Like you had, like, bro. It's been times where, like, and it's crazy because I done got into my kid's mom, and sometimes she be like, "Well, I question, you know what?" And I'll be like, "Listen, this may seem crazy as fuck, cause it seems crazy as fuck to me. You know how many times I talk myself off of this ledge of just dropping everything and coming home and just getting a job at Costco."
Yeah.
I'm like, but do you understand? Like, again, when, like I was saying earlier, like, comprehension of what it takes to succeed sometimes overshoots people's comprehension. Like it supersedes their intention, and they don't understand like what it really takes mentally, physically. You gonna lose, motherfuckers. You gonna be let down. You gonna fucking fail. Period. Point blank. But you gotta be able to take all of that shit and understand that you have to figure it out. Like there is no other alternative. Losing, what, you gonna die? You gonna go ahead and like you gotta understand it. And like I think New York, and I'm thankful every day that I live here. Like people be asking me to move to LA. Fuck no. Fucking hell no. I love Los Angeles. I love it out there.
For 4 days at a time.
It's a different type of
10 days. I can do 10.
10.
I can do 10.
I can only do a week.
I can do Vegas for 4 days. I can do LA for 10.
Well, see, I be out in the Bay too. So like, I got like roots out there for like with like people. So I can go out there for like a month. Like I was out in the Bay for like 3
Bay's
months.
different.
I went out to the Bay for like a whole summer, like summer before last.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah, I usually go to West Hollywood, so you know it's like.
No, I mean, and you know what? I love LA. Like, don't get me to talking bad, cause I fucking love Los Angeles. The weed, even people be talking about that. People being fake shit. If you're a real nigga, that shit don't bother you, cause you just look straight through it and keep it pushing. And you get the fuck away from those that's fake. Like that shit don't be bothering me. Like I be seeing it. It almost is entertaining because it is there. It does happen.
You can see
Oh
right
yeah,
through it.
okay, yeah.
You can see right through it.
But you be like, if you don't sit your ass down.
That don't phase nobody. Fact.
Yeah, like you be like, what the fuck,
That's
bruh?
everyday action.
but like,
you want that? Like, oh, it's live.
Yeah. But you be like, I'm not leaving New York, and I'm so thankful because, like I said, New York put me in so many different scenarios that like no other place on the planet.
New
Like,
York is the only place that can do that.
so like,
Sure, indeed.
so like I always tell people this shit that like I go and hang out with comrades that's like just out here, and they be like, bro, are you ever gonna move? Or I'll be like, fucking no. I say, listen, let me explain it to you. When you leave from New York, like on the plane and take off, it's almost like leaving Earth. It's like I shit you not, and I done been blessed to be like a lot of places. I done been a bunch of places, bro. No place, and I'm gonna get super international this year because I went to Mexico City last year. But that I heard that's like the biggest city in the world, so I went
It's
there.
crazy. Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, bro, there's no feeling like leaving New York, going somewhere else, knowing that you are going to return to New York, then getting on that plane, and that, like, what do they call it, the initial descent into New York City when you're coming back. Bro, your brain just turns on. It's like, oh shit, it's about to go down. I'm about to go down here and run a
Pulling your
dance.
phone out like,
Yeah, you know, you feel me?
I'm
Like,
back in the town.
like, yeah, like,
The energy's so different.
and that's like, and like in LA, it's the same way. When you fly, it's a different feeling. Like flying to LA, when you on your initial descent into Los Angeles, it's like the fuckery is about to go down. I'm probably gonna get into some trouble this weekend, or however long I'm here. We're gonna find, like, it's almost like you finna tap into like a movie. But like when you coming back to New York, it's
I
like,
wonder if this one gonna be like last one.
yeah, hey, that's dead ass. Hey, LA, I swear to God, that's actual factual shit. That is the best description analogy. Is this gonna be like last time? Cause but New York, nah, like, and that's why I'll be like, New York really is like different. Like, and when you come back, it's almost like coming to another planet, like coming back. Cause like I go home all the time to Ohio and shit, and like when I go and leave, like all right, I'm leaving. All right, we're here. Oh, look Ohio. I love it. It's home. So I'll be like, yes. My mom's house is like over there, and like when you done flew so much, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all can attest to this shit. You can like you know what shit is on the ground, like cause you be like, oh, that's such and such. So now you be like, oh, I'm coming. You be like, this is gonna be like this last time. Oh, see that? But yeah, like. You go home and you be like, oh, mom's house is over there. I'm gonna go to Swinton's over there, you know. But like other places, and this is no shots. Don't tase me, bro. I'm not saying it like that, like in a negative way. I'm just saying it doesn't happen. Like when you go to land at other places, you be like,
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
like, oh shit, what the fuck is this?
Because I know you're gonna go there.
Where?
Tokyo's gonna fuck your head up. And he'll tell you, because he's been there like 13 times. Yeah, it fucked my head up. It's gonna fuck your head up. That's the one.
That's the one?
Yeah. Japan in general, because I did Kyoto first.
I do have it on the list.
No, put it.
That's definitely
Push it to the top.
I'm going to Greece in April.
That's not a bad idea.
That's
not a bad idea.
That's a nice one.
That's where I'm gonna kick off my international travels for the years in Greece, and then I think I'm gonna blast on back. I like Mexico.
It's cool.
Mexico, nice.
I love Mexico.
Yeah, I got somebody out there right now enjoying their birthday.
Oh, you?
There he goes.
They big lit.
Yeah, they definitely big lit out there. Hey, Teresa.
Ah!
All right, John. I think we're running out of time, unfortunately.
We got 10 more.
We got 10?
So
we're good.
I'll ask Rax one more question.
It's a big ass clock. I didn't even see that.
We could never see the time. But the time is right there.
Well, this is a wonderful studio.
Yes,
Shout out to our host.
Shout it out.
Oh, what's up? Talk to me.
So real quick, Rax, what do you think about the latest Supreme drops that came out? 'Cause I know you're a Supreme guy.
And they just did apparently Funk Flex is involved in the new shit. I don't know.
Wait, what?
They just got I saw it on Instagram today. They had Flex like with a box logo hoodie, just wilding out. You know, it's a typical Flex promo on behalf of Supreme. So.
I mean, here's the deal about Supreme in general. I love them as a brand. I actually bumped into James at Nike in Soho, and he actually was really nice to me. He was like, man, it was on some. I felt like he was speaking personally to me because he was like, I have seen what you've been doing. And I appreciate. It wasn't on the like we. Yeah, he was like I, and I think that speaks volumes because it be like misconstrued. I guess like the relationship about like the higher ups to the consumer. So to answer that question about like the stuff, to be honest with y'all, I'm gonna keep it all the way G with y'all, bro. I got a shoot that I've been trying to like work on getting out. So and again, since I've been working on this platform shit,
right? So you're gonna have time.
I haven't been really up on like my like Supreme, Babe, Palace, Jordan releases. I've been really trying to like. I got this shit called Mailroom, where people basically send in whatever they working on, and I'll highlight and review it right there on the air.
Oh, dope.
On Complex. So that's like the show that we basically hoping that I'm to get off the ground. So like I've been so focused on like doing social promotion for like getting the next brand or the next artist to send me something that like I really ain't been paying attention. Like I've been all off my Supreme leaks. I ain't been on my shit. So I'm gonna keep it G. That's because it's the off season too.
Yeah.
So I don't be like when I say off season, motherfucker, I'm off season. I ain't looking at Supreme shit right now. I'm keep all the way G with y'all. Only thing I've seen that look raw to me is that Dances with Wolves shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
I kind of want that shit. The wolf coat, kind of want that. But they ain't doing that. But just taking Northern Exposure's wardrobe department and repopping it every now and then. You know. For those that don't know, Northern Exposure was a sitcom that used to come on back in the day.
That was dope.
And they had
from Alaska. So,
they had Fire Gear. The moose was like the pet and shit.
Yeah.
My mom used to watch that shit.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah. So, but that's where a lot of I love Supreme, but a lot of that shit is inspired by thrift store, vintage.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all thrift store skater shit. You know, with a little sprinkle of new shit here and there. So to answer that, I mean, I'm meh. I know I'm gonna wind up with some of it in my closet as it go down. But yeah, I mean, I haven't been wowed in a while. I'm gonna say it like that. So yeah, I've been fucking with this Chinatown market shit.
Facts. No, that's some good stuff though. That's not.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Oh yeah, them joints was ill. Like the Chanel looking frames.
Yeah, I got them things. Yeah.
Yeah, them
Yeah.
things
This
nice.
is banging.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. When he said it, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely fucking with them heavy. I'm actually trying to get something together with them right now. And like I said, I got my sneaker.
Oh, it was a Jordan or?
Yeah, I'm trying to get. I just need to have these meetings. You know, everybody hella busy right now. Though, 'cause it's the top of the year, so everybody kind of in mode and gearing up to do what they gotta do. So, yeah, I'm trying to get that shit out by the summer, bro. 100 pairs for the streets. Fuck with me. They're gonna be a little expensive, but fuck it. I got that kids beat too shit.
As long as
You
you
that early code, you know.
That's it, shit.
I'm gonna just have. I'm praying I'm gonna have like.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, I'm praying I'm gonna have an extra like 50.
It's the one you posted though, right? With the all over print and yo.
Because as long as you in the room, you can get that shit done. Because you got the motivation already. So.
Oh yeah, I'm not fucking around in 2019. Like this is like how niggas be saying that this is my year. No, this ain't my year. This is like
This is this year.
this is just what I'm doing. It's
Right.
Like this is what I'm
For
on.
the year.
For the year.
That's it.
This is what I'm on. Period.
Everything is in a forward motion.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
No regression.
Facts.
None.
That's
So,
it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. You know how I go. You feel me?
So, okay. So, Rax, where can he find you online?
Shit, complex. You can find me on.
That check sound.
That's it.
You can find me on Instagram at itsrax. That's at ITSRACKS. My Twitter handle is the same thing at ITSRACKS. I got Snapchat, but I don't use that shit, so don't look for me there. We working on the YouTube channel right now, but for the most part, Instagram, Twitter, complex, email IBERACKS@gmail. Yeah, send me that shit. Like I said, I'm working on a new show. Let me plug it right now. If you a creative, and when I say creative, that means art, all mediums. You a designer, all apparel, kids, women's, females too. Cause I be feeling like when motherfuckers be saying, you know, we want y'all to participate, I feel like the females be feeling like they left out. No, it's only men and women is half of that. So I need women to participate too.
Sure.
Send me all your shit. You know what I'm saying? Basically just send it, and basically what we do is we're gonna take a bunch of items every week. Well, I'm trying to see if it's gonna be a weekly or a daily. It might be a daily depending on how much stuff we get. But we open up boxes from various creatives, and we just spend a little time critiquing them. It's free promo, it's free press. I feel like it's me giving back to the people that put me in the position that I'm in now. You know, supporters, people that sent me free stuff over the years and shit like that I always never had a problem posting it. And I don't have a problem giving a piece of my platform that I got to help them get to the next level. Even if they help them sell some shit, you might need them sales. You know, your mama might need a kidney or some shit. You know, your kid might have a birthday party coming up, and you know, them t-shirt sales or them hat sales or that art sale might, you know, pay your rent. So I'm just make sure it's good, y'all. Because if it's bad, I'm gonna let you know that too. And you do know this.
Exactly.
So,
but that's how it should be.
That's how it is. So yeah, shoot me an email, send it through. I'll get your address, and yeah. Even y'all, if y'all wanna, you know, y'all got some shit, merch, anything coming out, send that shit to the mailroom. I'll let y'all know what the fuck is good.
We'll send some goods.
You feel me?
Yo, PRANCELO24@gmail.
Don't forget, Flappers Corner.
You already know.
You heard.
And the IG, you already know, same thing. Pranslow out, Church Ave Corner. Yo, I appreciate you coming out.
Nah, man.
on
It's
this
anytime.
Sunday. You
Anytime,
already know.
anytime, man. Yeah, we had to close the track down for a little bit. But
Yes,
it's all
sir.
good.
Hey, we'll get you right back. Don't worry.
That's all good.
Robbie, where you
Robbie
going?
Fingers, ROBBIEFINGERS. Play Vici. We have custom TV channels for sports bars all over New York City now. We're in DC as well. You can go and get Knicks and Rangers tickets, best price in town, directly off the TV screen in the bar. So if you're getting buzzed at happy hour, get you a little $50 Knicks ticket and go to the game.
Wait, for real?
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk.
I want that.
Yo, happy love day.
I want that.
You already know.
It's about solving a problem. One.
When that next game? For real?
Yeah.
Polo restaurant.
I'll be lit.
I got you.
Polo restaurant. We got 3 minutes, mother. I want to go to the Polo restaurant.
I told you, I got you. boy.
Yeah, please. Tap me in, please. Yes.
Tap you in. But anyway, you can find me on Instagram, Polo Parata. Double J Vintage. Check out the store. Actually, people bought 2 pins last week.
Y'all sell pins?
Yeah, I got you.
give you one.
We
Nah, we
gonna
got-
give you two.
nah.
Oh yeah, I collect pins.
And then we got.
And one on the hat's fucking dangerous.
We got bags.
It's a
we got
knife.
hats.
Yeah, it's a knife.
Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for Rax Hogan for coming out.
No man, thank y'all. I like doing shit like this.
Appreciate
So
him.
yeah.
And yeah, we're out of here, folks.
Hi.
And then rock that. Ciao.
For shizzle. Thank y'all.
Thank you, my brother.
No, it was cool. I hope y'all, you know what I'm saying? Send me all the links.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
iTunes, SoundCloud,
I need all the
Spotify.
links so that I can
We do custom artwork for each episode too. So
promote personally.